why you think you need to do X or Y. It's a very helpful process, and with her huge experience, she always seems to cut through all fluff and the nonsense and get to the key kind of common sense points that really matter about things. And obviously, with foreign affairs, an enormous experience. She has done 261 foreign visits in her 60 years. She's been to 116 countries. There's hardly a country she doesn't know about. There's hardly a head of state she hasn't met, and huge amounts of knowledge and experience there.
She is a formidable lady, physically as well as in every other way. Nonetheless, you know, she is getting on. Do you think that after this Jubilee period there's going to be a different way of managing the monarchy?
Well, from my experience over the last 2 years is that she's someone who seems to have enormous physical strength. She's incredibly good, very good and strong health, and her insights, her sharpness is extraordinary. And I don't see, having watched her obviously as a politician and now as Prime Minister, I don't see any sign of her working less hard. She's extremely devoted public servant to her boxes, to her paperwork, to her duties. You never see her saying, you know, well, I'm going to step back a bit. I often see her at the end of a day when she's travelled to the furthest corner of the United Kingdom, she's held investitures in Buckingham Palace, she's greeted or said goodbye to a couple of ambassadors, and she's still got time to have the Prime Minister tell him or tell her all his problems for an hour.
Absolutely, and she's got her music going as well. Do you think therefore that abdication is completely out of the question, and do you think also that the idea of going to skipping a generation, as some people seem to want, to Prince William, is out of the question?
I think both those things are out of the question. I think that she, in pursuing her duties, has been 100% dedicated, professional. It's hard to think of ever her putting a foot wrong, and you get the sense with her that she will go on doing the amazing job she's done for this country as long as she possibly can, and you never see any sign of her devotion getting any less.
We have the pageantry coming over the wall at the moment. How do you think Britain would have been different as a country had we been a republic, had we not had a monarch as well as a Prime Minister?
Well, I think we would have had less stability. I think one of the great things that a monarch brings, and particularly a royal family and Her Majesty the Queen personally brings, is this sense of national unity and stability, someone who the whole country can identify with. It doesn't matter whether people are Labour or Conservative or Liberal Democrat or can't bear any politicians. There's at the head of state someone who the whole country can revere and look up to, a great symbol of national unity, of continuity, that links British people with our institutions, with our history, with our relations with other countries, with the Commonwealth. All of those things help to anchor us. So I think it's a great source of strength and stability both now and into the future.
The Prime Minister there talking to Andrew Marr this morning.